My name is Ben Bakayoko, and I want to welcome you to another edition of The Resolution, the video series designed to help us build the resolve necessary to achieve our goals. Alright guys, so I was reading Mindset, the new psychology of success a few weeks ago, and I came across a powerful story that I wanted to share with you guys. The story is about a 9-year-old girl named Elizabeth who was on her way to her first gymnastics meet. Now the story says Elizabeth was tall, lengthy, flexible, and energetic, and she had the potential to be a great gymnast. Now she was a little nervous about competing for the first time, but she was still confident she was going to do well. She even thought of the perfect place in her room to hang the ribbon she would win that day. Now once the event began, the floor exercises were first, and Elizabeth was up first. Now she did good in the event, but the girls that came after her did way better. She did good at some of the other events too, but she still didn't do good enough to win. And at the end of the day, she had no ribbons, and she was completely devastated by it. I'm not sure about you guys, but I could feel Elizabeth's pain. Because I remember practicing hard for track meets in high school, but never doing good enough in first place. I remember studying hard for exams and not getting the grade that I wanted. I even remember graduating from college and applying to jobs only to learn my interests and qualifications didn't meet the standards of the employer. And in those situations, it was really easy for me to say, they cheated me, my teacher didn't like me, or I really didn't care about that job anyway. But unlike me, Elizabeth's father took a different approach to boost his daughter's self-esteem. He didn't say, you did great today. He didn't say, oh, you was robbed of a ribbon that was rightfully yours. He didn't even tell her she was going to do better next time. Instead, he says, Elizabeth, I know how you feel. It must be so disappointing to have your hopes up to do the best and not to win. But you know what, Elizabeth? You haven't earned it yet. You see, Elizabeth, there were so many girls there who've been in gymnastics longer than you and who worked a lot harder than you. If this is something you really want, you'll really have to work hard for it. He goes on to tell Elizabeth, I understand if you want to do this just for fun, that would be fine. But if you really want to excel in gymnastics, and if you want to compete, much more would be required. Elizabeth took her dad's message to heart, and from that day forward, she started practicing harder and harder and harder, and she started perfecting her routines and working on her weak spots. And at the next event, there were 80 girls from all over the region, and Elizabeth came in first place. She won 5 ribbons, and she carried home the trophy. Reflecting on Elizabeth's story, I realized there have been times in my life where I wanted to win without putting forth the effort to do so. Now I know if I want good grades, I can't just cram at the last minute. I know if I want that dream job, I just can't wing the interview. I have to prepare in advance. Like I gotta prepare day in and day out. And even if I want to be physically fit, I understand that I have to work out at least once a week. Now I know I don't have to be perfect to succeed in life. All I need to do is be willing to put forth the effort necessary to achieve my goals. Look guys, I hope this story was as impactful and inspirational to you as it was for me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace.